maker of the maple syrup and Ajax or Clorox saturated Brillo pad patties one would once left within the freezer alongside the pre-chewed blue-dyed wads of bubblegum. Once I asked what you were doing. I still think of this. Is it art? Is it madness? When asked why, the response, I like being creative. Thought I would give this to you upon your 20th birthday, though I may never see you again. At one point, complexity began. It would build upon itself as a pile, hence the term pylonic. As complexity grew, the surface area around it grew, regions upon which complexity may accumulate. And as the complexity grew space that the blocks could not fill, and then would be covered. Eventually, the size of the space would grow greater and greater until a block could fill it, and it would continue as if unseen for a time, though eventually this would lay the foundations for destruction, chaos. Eventually it all comes undone. Life, a series of controlled falls. Do we all limp along? Enough to yearn, never enough to be satisfied. Instead, we say, grab life by the throat and demand that it be done right or not at all. Find an insect. Pull it apart. Its blood. Plasma separating from it, changing colors, red and blue. At what point does red and blue become purple? Are they sacrificed and replaced with something entirely new? Or is purple inextricably tied to red and blue? Always affected, weighed down, tethered to, defined by what was before. And saba, the first one. Things that come to mind when considering the mutant apocalypse. Charles Xavier once suggested that if humanity will always be racked with fear, forced to obey authority, if authority can be malevolent or benevolent, and it makes no difference, choose benevolence. And Saba says no. I've been upon this world a long time, and I've seen this play out again and again. You make a world of peace, it will be a nicer place to live, but eventually someone will use that strength and will come here and destroy all you have. The pain will be immense. The world I would make, one of dominance, one of power. It will be a bad world, but it will be mine. One that is sustainable. One that is bad, but good enough for me. For I am strong, and that is the greatest thing any could aspire. Surely the goal of all life, in a cosmos such as this. Until further notice.